Are we ready to hit the city? Not really, but we might as well be. I still hope that, like, Jake comes to save us at a junction, you know? Oh my god, I can explore this whole place? That mountain looks kind of weird. Looks like there's a drape over the mountain. Hey Marthy, hey. Where can I go? Search area?
Nothing remarkable here.
Oh, I have to like walk? It's like a JRPG.
Nothing remarkable here.
There's an overworld. Look at me. In the city?
Nothing remarkable here.
Me in the city? Okay. Thank you from Yum 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 Yum. Thank you.
Nothing remarkable here.
Oh my god, I can't even explore this whole place. This is amazing. It really do be a city.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Why are you standing?
I'm waiting for someone.
He's waiting for his dealer.
Can you tell me about El Presidio? I'm new in town.
You don't say. The city has plenty to offer. It depends on what you're seeking.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Only that I could work 1,000 years and still not have enough money to be a member.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The mad inventor who blew up the Lamplight City Expo with his illegal doomsday weapon a few years back? Never heard of him.
Me neither.
The park's closed at night.
Epic. Okay, so nothing else that I can do here. No, let me just double check. Cedar Avenue.
We are on Cedar Avenue.
Yep, okay. Well, what's all this then?
Nothing remarkable here.
I like the townhouses like this. It's fun.
Nothing remarkable here.
They're cute. What about here?
Nothing remarkable here.
Thank you from Yum 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 Yum.
Nothing remarkable here.
I can go to the wharf. Yo, that man. Oh,
Goodness,
you can see him.
This place is bustling.
Look at that man. Look at that man in the corner. Oh, I'm sorry, Tindo.
Watch yourselves, friends. Big cities aren't always kind.
He has a donkey.
Hard to tell which is more the ass.
Excuse?
Ah, the local exchange for the hard up and down on their luck. She's minding her own business, but that one fellow seems very interested. Hair tying went on and watching the world go by. Hair tying went on. They're giving those documents some serious contemplation.
Is this man gonna propose or something?
These two are engaged in some highly emotional quarrel. She's just doing her job. An attorney's office. I'll be sure to stay far away.
Hot baths.
He's shaking out some linens or sending secret signals across the way. He's sleeping one off.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to buy something at the pawn shop at one point.
Hey, Nadine. So, what do you think of
I'm trying not to be overwhelmed. All these buildings and streets. How does anyone find their way around? It's unlike anything I've seen before. I'm glad I got the chance to visit.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
There is a red light, to be fair, Hans.
How's it feel to be back here?
Hard to say. I'm glad to be back, but I'm also reminded why I left. Kind of an odd feeling. Wow! This place is packed with stuff.
Seems there wasn't enough wall space for these. Lots of different types of lamps.
Are they from the
These look
city?
expensive. Probably not the wisest idea to keep them so close to the door. Cheap art, the kind you'd expect to see, well, in a pawn shop. Everything you'd need to start your own farm.
Oh, Arthur. Oh, Arthur. Hey, Wall.
Everything you'd need to... It's just not the same without our star guitar player.
Oh. Oh, Phil.
A collection of rather creepy dolls. I hate the way their eyes seem to follow me.
Hey, Spookums. Congratulations on the streak.
A bunch of seafarers' trinkets. Captain Boylan would love these. An authentic bone china tea set. Hate to see the price tag. Do you seek work? Find your way. Approach a laborer and say, I am a stranger. Curious.
That's
It's way
creepy.
too faded to read. Ask about our special behind-the-counter items. A variety of pistols under lock and key. Proprietor, Meredith Benelli. Benelli, huh? I wonder. It's faded, but it says cashier. Ring bell. Repeaters, rifles, and shotguns. Good thing they're locked up.
Okay, I think I've inspected everything.
All right then.
Yep.
Nothing to say.
Okay, let's ring the bell.
A ship's bell.
Yes, can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to have been married to a man named Michael Benelli?
You knew my husband?
No, but I recently met his former captain.
What? Captain Boylan? He's alive?
Yes, it's a long story.
Please, spare me. I've no need to dredge up the past.
Get it? Because they were sailors. Get it? Get it?
Actually, Captain Boylan gave me a letter addressed to you.
Did he now?
Do you want it?
I suppose I'll take it. I'm not sure what that man could possibly have to say to me. Might answer some questions I've had all these years. My thanks to you.
Quite a shop you've got here.
Glad you like it.
How did the ship get up here on land?
The city extended the shoreline when it built the new breakwater. Brought the land to the ship. About that time, some big trading company went bankrupt and couldn't pay the upkeep on its derelicts. So the harbor authority seized them, converted them to lodgings and shops.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
If you're not feeling it in your legs yet, you will soon. Something to look forward to. Honestly, who thought it would be a good idea to build a city in such a hilly place?
I don't know. Ask all of Portugal. I will never forget my phone that fell victim to me landing on my butt, therefore on my phone, and cracking it open. Because I tripped and fell on a hill.
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it, sorry.
You've got an impressive selection, but I was wondering what you had behind the counter.
Got some jewelry, some repair kits, and a set of lockpicks.
If anything, it was probably because my butt is so bony that it cracked the phone easier. Because there was no cushion, just bone.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
Because besides having hills, we also have... I don't know what it's called in English, because everyone just calls it calçada portuguesa. We have cobblestone streets, but it's similar like to marble. So it's very slippery when it's wet. It's slippery on a normal day, but when it's wet, yeah.
This place has everything. Oranges, coconuts, lemons, pears. Some of these fruits I've never seen before. This place has... Good evening.
Evening. Get your fruit here. Pears and oranges, only 2 crowns. Lemons for 3. Coconuts for 5. Tell me what you're looking for.
You get many customers at night?
Oh, sure. You came from the central part of the wharf. I'm sure you saw how lively it is. Plenty of folk from the saloon come by. Sucking on lemons and oranges before
I liked
bed
that
eases
phone
the
a lot.
hangover to come. That's what they say anyway. Who am I to argue?
What can you tell an out-of-towner about this city?
Watch your step round here. Many's the time I've seen visitors lose their way in the fog and take a plunge into the bay.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Sure, I deal with them from time to time. Can't tell you much more beyond their fruit buying habits, though.
I only have lemon lollipops.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The scientist? I've heard his name, but I don't know much about the man.
I'll be off.
If you need fruit, you know where to find me. I'm open all night.
This is for fruit bats. That's why it's open at night.
Nothing fancy, but it looks seaworthy. The lighthouse on that island must guide the ships into the harbor. The transcontinental route ends here. These will be headed back to cities on the East Coast.
Good evening.
Evening.
That boat yours?
Sure is. Use her to fish during the day, but sometimes I take folks for a sail. The price is right, of course.
And what is the right price for a...
Depends. A cruise around the bay will run you 20 crowns a head. If you had something specific in mind, we can negotiate.
There are there is a word for it. There's fruit. They're frou-frou. That's the word. Now.
I'd like to know about this city.
Oh, I love it here. There's a reason they call it the mouth of the West.
Fruit. Diet. Fruitarian. Fruitarian. There. I looked it up. I knew there was a word.
We get all kinds coming through here from other provinces and other nations. El Presidio's been growing like crazy. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it. Sounds like it's for fancy types.
Ever heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Wasn't he the guy who blew up those people a few years back?
Yes, I suppose he was.
That's all I know about him. Sorry.
Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
So we're gonna need to charter a boat at some point. And maybe some fruit. By the way, Robertson, I got blueprints. Listen, everyone is tempting me. I don't think I will make it to my birthday.
Nothing remarkable here.
I gotta know. What's this?
Nothing remarkable here.
I'd say this building is very remarkable. Looks fancy.
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
A bunch of oil rigs in the desert. Probably one of Shaw's operations. Quite a view you've got.
I make a habit of seeing far.
Interesting rock.
It's a lodestone, highly magnetic. You have to imagine the invisible lines of power radiating out all around it.
Would you mind if I...
I'll trust it's for a good purpose.
I promise I'll hand it back to you, along with Dr. Clark. Mrs. Shaw?
Speaking of
Yes, Miss Leger.
blueprints, I'm gonna be on Kate's stream on Thursday. Let me just give him a shout out. It will start 1 hour earlier than I did today. And we're gonna be Katie's gonna be playing 80s for a bit, and we're gonna be discussing Greek meats and stuff. And then we're gonna be raising money for his top surgery. So if you can come and help out if you can, I'd appreciate that a lot. So I'll let you know, guys, again on Discord and stuff. And on Blue Sky, for those who are not on Discord. But yeah, I'll be on Kate's stream on Thursday, helping raise money for his surgery. I wanted to tell you guys before I forgot again. You know how my memory is. It's a little fishy.
If we're going to be working for you, I'd like to know some more about you.
My, you are inquisitive.
I am.
How did you come to be the head of Vespuccia Petrol?
My late husband founded this company. He was a very clever man. Fortunately for him, he recognized my business acumen and relied exclusively upon my counsel.
If you can't be there, by the way, and you are interested, Kate is an artist, a very talented artist. And he's also offering commissions to raise money for the surgery. So if you're interested, check out his coffee. Let me get the link for you. Where is it? Where's the search bar? I'm always lost. Oop. There we go. Here we go. I got it. Here's your coffee if you want to check out the commissioned stuffies.
I ran the company for many years in his name. After his passing, that fiction was dispensed with.
Have you lived in Vespuccia long?
Oh, about 30 years now. For some peculiar reason, Vespuccians seem to accord an English accent more respect, so I kept it.
What do your initials stand for?
Dorothy Wilhelmina,
Wilhelmina, that's a good name.
but simply DW has proved more expedient for my purposes.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
For such a young city, it's bursting with opportunity. Everything back east is all used up. I wouldn't be surprised if El Presidio outpaces New Britannia within 2 decades.
Why exactly do you want Dr. Clark?
It's quite complicated. I haven't the time to go into detail. Suffice it to say, I wish to make an offer of employment.
Why would an etheric researcher want a job at an oil company?
All that need concern you is the fact I'm paying you to procure him.
What made you decide to hire Jake of all people for this job?
His reputation as a capable agent. His intervention in the Boakes affair, for instance. I needed a man found and brought in discreetly, and Mr. Ackerman was already in Rosewater, where the trail began. It seemed auspicious at the time. Alas, we all make mistakes.
Can you tell us anything more about the Jolly Good Club?
It's a club for the well-to-do men of the city to gossip and talk politics. Rather puerile, if you ask me. I can't imagine how you plan to get inside. Without Mr. Ackerman, you seem to be at a disadvantage.
I know the fruits guy. I can get in.
We'll find a way.
That's what I like to hear.
I
think
know the
that's all.
fruit man.
Thanks.
Very good.
I'll wait.
Game? Oh.
Nothing remarkable here.
So they said northwest, so the club must be around here somewhere. I'd assume. Maybe here-ish?
Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable here.
I always trust the fruit guy.
This fancy building must be the Jolly Good Club.
See, I'm smart. I know directions.
The sign of the Jolly Good Club.
I don't think that this place is too jolly.
Lots going on back here.
All the work is kept tucked away, out of sight of the members. One of these people might know a way to get inside the club.
We're gonna need to bring fruits, aren't we? We're gonna bring the pineapples.
Hello, sir.
I'm sorry I can't talk. I'm busy preparing dinner.
Judging from its position under the window, and the fact, I'd say mostly discard. Oh, this greasy rag might be useful.
Of course.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What you...
I was hoping to ask you...
No English, sorry.
Danny?
你好，律师。
Oh, hello, young man. I didn't realize you were friends with this woman.
Well, certainly English.
Did you want something?
Do you work at this club?
By the way, he just said, hello, woman. Hello, woman.
I wash all the bedding and linens. Why do you ask?
We're trying to get inside.
Good luck. This club is for rich white men only.
We don't want to join. We just need a quick look around.
Ah, well now that's different. I suppose I could help you with that, sneak you in through the employee door. But first, I will ask you a small favor.
What do you have in mind?
I have a contract with some people, and I'd like to get out of it.
What sort of people?
You don't live here, do you?
I used to when I was younger.
Then you know exactly what kind of people I mean.
Right. I'm not sure what we can do, but we could try. Who's your contract with?
The Society of Open Arms.
And what's your name?
Mei Hui.
Okay. I'll see what we can do.
Thank you, young man.
Well,
She can help us. We need to get to Chinatown. Enebro Square Road between Finch and Gull. I'll explain everything on the way.
excuse me, sir, are you...
Oh God, that...
Whatever the devil it is, I've got it bad. Save yourself and steer clear.
I think he has the scurvy.
You're in luck. My friend over there's a healer. Nadine, can you come have a look at this man?
Hello, sir.
Hey? You're some kind of doctor, Missy?
I practice medicine, yes. If you tell me what's wrong, maybe I can help.
Think I had some bad water.
Yeah, water. For real.
Had me spewing everywhere.
I see. Where did this bad water come from?
That horrid flophouse, I'm sure. Oh, it's all so squalid. One unlucky business decision, and you're out on the street. A pauper. I came back here to the club, hoping for a modicum of human compassion in a time of need. Now I see how deep friendship and brotherhood really runs. About as deep as one's account balance, it turns out. Amicitia et fraternitas, my soiled backside.
That's the smell. That's the smell.
Back to the club? You were a member?
For nearly 20 years. All that history, erased in a blink of an eye.
This man is seriously ill. Cholera from the sound of it.
Can you do anything for him?
He's severely dehydrated. The best I can do is mix up a rehydrating solution, but I'll need a few things.
Like what?
Coconut water, ginger, and banana. We should hurry. If we don't help him, he won't last till sunrise.
Okay, I got a banana. I know where to get coconuts.
The sign says authorized personnel only.
And I need ginger. Okay.
Hey, Danny?
Yes?
Remind me...
Enebro Square Road between Finch and Gull.
Okay, let's go get the coconut. Finch and Gull.
May I?
Good evening.
I'm afraid,
Don't suppose I...
Absolutely not.
And how does one...
One must meet certain good...
You have a vagina, Harley.
So much for...
There must be a way to get in.
Solid... Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable.
I bet I can find ginger in Chinatown.
Nothing
I'll go get the coconut water first then. Hey, I need coconuts, please.
Hello again. Good. Do you have any...
Oh, try your luck in China.
Yeah, Chinatown, of course.
That'll be...
Here you go.
Enjoy.
I will not enjoy. It's for a man with cholera. Okay, let's look for a Chinatown. So maybe it goes back here then. Sorry, I'm awful at following signs.
Nothing remarkable here.
Okay, let me double. Okay. So. I'm on Cedar Avenue, so this goes to Gold Street. Gold Street. So. Around here?
Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing.
No, because here it also said Cedar Avenue.
Nothing remarkable.
Right? Yeah, here it said Cedar Avenue as well.
I've got.
So this is the avenue.
Nothing remarkable.
Oh, maybe it's on this side, right? I forgot that there was this side of town.
Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just bad at following directions. Maybe around here?
Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable here.
Oh. Crate Street. Dove Street. Then this sign over here? This is Cedar. Finch and Cedar. Well, I didn't mean to. So this is the avenue. No. I meant to look at the sign. Here, maybe. Cedar and Hare. Hare and Boxwood. Gull and Boxwood. Is this still Gull on this side? It is. I'm sorry, I gotta ask him again.
Hey.
Yes.
Remind.
Enebro Square.
Finch and Gull. Finch and Gull. Where? Finch and Gull. Is it around here?
Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable here.
Nothing? Finch and Gull. Right? Where are you going, Arlie?
Nothing remarkable.
They don't intersect though. The streets are this way and so it has to be here.
Looks like I found Chinatown. At least this one's partly in English. Danny, can you read?
It says Society of Open Arms.
Oh, it's where we need to go.
He seems to have a very complicated order. I'm guessing this is where I'll... Excuse me?
Wait, you're...
Yes?
Ginger? But I'm busy right in the cabin.
I'm guessing...
B.
Hey, this isn't Ginger. What's going on here?
Then what is it?
It's unmarked. It's unmarked.
G for Ginger?
That is not... Not sure what... Not sure what...
2.
Not sure what...
Game, I will literally open every drawer if you don't tell me.
That's not what... That...
What's the puzzle
That's not
supposed to be, game?
That is... Not... Aha!
Oh, because 8 and B look similar.
Here.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank.
Hey, Nate.
Ah,
Definitely full.
That's good.
Potent.
Ah, perfect.
That won't pierce the...
Just
A
smack
piece of
it. Smack the coconut. Hi, Gorfy. I'm trying to smack a coconut.
It's a beautiful wood. All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Very...
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, what? Jimmy?
Danny? What are you doing back here?
You two know each other?
It's been a long time.
You're telling me?
Can we come in? We need to...
You can, sure. Your friends are a different story.
I take full responsibility for them. They're trustworthy.
All right. I'll take your word. Come on in. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Hope your week's been going well too.
A painting of a Chinese landscape. What's that banner say, Danny?
Secrets are kept within these four walls.
Here, we value the ability to mind one's own business.
Looks like an intense game.
Playing
Very
mahjong.
colorful decor. These look valuable. Hey, Nadine. All right there?
Yep.
Sure. Give us a minute, Dan.
I'm new in town. What's...
Ask Danny. He'll tell you all.
So how are you and
We grew up together.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were like brothers. Then he ran off with Petey and some other guys. It's good to know Danny got away from that crowd. I never much liked them.
All right. Danny told me about Petey.
Doesn't surprise me. He idolized that kid. Did he say if anything happened to him?
Yeah, he was killed in a botched robbery.
Figures. That explains why Danny's not latched onto him anymore. Anyway, this is all ancient history.
I want to talk about your contract with Mei Hui.
The laundress who works at that fancy club?
The very same. She wants out.
So she sent Danny and his friends to negotiate?
Hey, Jeff.
That's strange.
We're trying to get inside the Jolly Good.
I see. If you intend to negotiate the terms of her contract on her behalf, I need you to understand exactly what you're agreeing to.
Go on.
Under Mei Hui's current deal, she donates 10% of her earnings to the club. In exchange, she gets certain benefits. She's already requested to be released from her contract. Okay, we said. We're reasonable people. All we asked was that she make a simple delivery for us first. Now you're making the same request. Okay, the price has gone up. Now,
What kinds of jobs exactly?
both still simple, but first I need you to run another errand. I have this... Take care of that.
What happened to this watch?
A little disagreement. Someone got upset and threw it against the door over there. It smashed open. I collected all the pieces I could.
Where am I
There's a pawn shop at the wharf.
What exactly?
It's the Society of Open Arms, a social club. A place for our community to gather. We take care of our own here.
And what's your job here? Jimmy, was it?
Yeah, that's right. I do lots of things. Mostly I make sure everybody feels safe. Anything my boss asks me to do, I take care of.
Your boss, huh? Who might that be?
Nobody you need to be concerned about. You got any questions or business affairs, you talk to me.
Okay.
My pleasure.
Yep.
Hey, Nadine. All right there?
Yep.
Hey, Nadine.
Okay, I need to find something to open the coconut.
What do you need?
I was wondering if you could have a look at this watch.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yes. I've seen this watch before. Someone from the Tong gave it to you, didn't they?
The what?
That place in Chinatown, the Open Arms Society, or whatever they call themselves. I already told them I wasn't interested in their business. They can send as many proxies as they like. It's not gonna change my mind.
So you won't fix this watch?
Nope.
So what am I supposed to do?
My advice would be to stop dealing with those people. But if you're hellbent, I could sell you a repair kit and you can do it yourself.
All right, help.
You're gonna do it.
Sold.
Here you are. And I'm in no way responsible for whatever happens next. Just to be clear.
Is it to make a bomb or something?
Appreciate.
Sure.
A large silver gear.
Hmm.
A metal plate covering the wire.
Ah.
Okay, this doesn't look too tough. Just have to place the right gears in the right spots.
Do I have to remove this as well? Hmm.
This gear won't fit there. A medium gold. A small.
They don't really touch anywhere with the small one.
Think this is the main gear controlling the mechanism. This gear won't fit there. This gear won't fit. This gear won't fit.
No, it fits other places as well. Okay. It's too far away.
This gear won't fit. This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't.
Hmm.
This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't.
No.
This gear won't.
Hmm.
This gear won't fit.
If anyone has any ideas, please let me know, by the way. Do I just need to have all the gears turning?
A medium gold gear. A medium silver gear.
I don't know. No, everything is too far away that I put over there.
That won't pierce the coconut.
You don't see those?
Piercing the coconut. Can I use those tools? No. Take care, sleep well.
Okay, this doesn't look too tough. Just have to place the right gear. This gear won't. This gear won't.
Hmm?
This gear won't. This gear won't. This gear won't.
I really don't know.
This gear won't.
This only fits here and here.
This gear won't. This.
But it's...
This gear won't. This gear won't fit there.
I don't know.
This gear won't fit.
Yeah, there's one gear missing.
I've got nothing. This thing is all the tools. Looks like.
But I don't see anything. Ah, over here. I didn't see it with my mic. And now I use the magnet.
Got it. I'll put.
I didn't see it because of my mic arm.
That won't pierce. This.
Okay.
A metal.
Now I can do it.
Okay.
Oh, it's a very big one. Okay. So this one has to go over here then.
This gear won't fit. This gear won't fit. This gear won't. This gear won't. This. This gear. This gear
No.
won't. This gear won't.
Aha! Right?
Think this is the main. A medium silver gear.
Maybe not.
A large silver gear. A large bronze gear.
Did they have? Did I do it? Nope.
Okay. This.
Does it need to be silver with silver, copper with copper? Is that the problem?
A medium gold gear. A large. This gear won't. This gear won't fit.
Hmm.
This gear won't fit.
very confused now. Am I dumb? I might be dumb. I might be a little dumb. Think. Those big ones can only go 2 places. This one can also go 2 places. Nope. I don't know. I really don't know.
This gear.
Don't go here.
This gear. This gear. This gear. This gear. Think this is the main gear controlling the mechanism. This gear.
It has to be like this.
This gear won't fit. This gear.
But then now they're not touching.
This gear.
I don't know.
That won't be... Definitely full...
Something to pierce the coconut. Maybe something at the hotel? The drill!
Would you...
Nah.
I had forgotten about this specific drill. I was like, maybe something at the hotel?
This drill is the perfect tool.
Ah, good thing I have a greasy rag from the trash.
This ra... All right. Perfect.
Excellent. Good. I have everything I need. This... Here you are.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna return the stone. There's probably an achievement. Oop.
Welcome.
Not yet. I still might...
No, I got it. I got the use. Okay, I guess it's my rock now. I tried. You all saw that I tried.
Here, drink this. It'll replace some of your lost fluids.
If I can keep it down. Oh, well, for medicine, that was rather nice. My mouth feels less of a sewer, at least. It's good to know there's kindness somewhere out here. I'd repay it if I could.
We're looking for Dr. Bennett Clark. Did you ever see him at the club?
Bennett Clark? Yes, I heard something about him staying here, though I never met him.
Do you think you might be able to get us in there to look?
I don't understand. I'm afraid that's...
No, we just...
Again, I do know of a...
I'll do it then.
There's a door in the back alley. It may...
I try not to...
That will take you to the club's library. I think there's a presentation tonight.
Thanks for the information.
Be careful.
Your condition is serious. Nadine's brew will help, but you need to get medical treatment.
If you say so. I'll try at the convent hospital. Surely they won't turn me away.
So something over here? Horse exercise
Feels like
at
someday
home.
soon there won't be a blank wall left anywhere. The rest of the alley is fenced. I get the impression this...
Okay. Let me consult. 3. No, 4. Tumbler locks. I'm writing the instructions, just 1 second.
A diamond pick. What? Fantastic.
Got it.
Now to find Clark. The letter said he'd be staying in this L person's suite. So who and where is that?
Fuck your watch.
Volumes and volumes of books. Nothing particularly noteworthy, though. Display cases with different exhibits. Haven't got time or inclination to study them. This club's membership has felled many an antlered beast. I wonder how long it would take to read every one of these books, and if any of them are worth it. Various stereotypes of rich people enjoying themselves. Suppose they need to prove how happy they are. So many butterflies. This puts Sheriff Gamble's collection to shame. A painting of a cafe. Looks like somewhere in Europe. I imagine most of the folks in here are great admirers of Mr. Atwood. After all, he always did make a point of standing up for the great big rich guy. There's various exhibits in these cases, mostly old coins and trinkets brought back from who knows where. A stuffed bird. The plaque says it's called a dodo. How odd. Volumes and display cases with different... I wonder how... It's a list of club members. Edgar Whitmire, founder of the Jolly Good Club. There's a plaque above all those portraits that says...
There's 4 L's. Maybe Lamb Barnett.
February Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me. You will be furnished.
Military. Lewis Harvey.
Hey.
As you see, gentlemen, my analysis was correct. The region is absolutely ideal for the formation and preservation of fossils. Though I have so far recovered only a small part of what I believe still lies out there, I was able to partially reconstruct the dinosaur skeleton you see before you. Quite a fearsome beast, isn't he? This ancient lizard, which I have christened the Eremosaurus, probably roamed the lands near the San Bernardo Valley over 72 million years ago.
This is fascinating. General Lancaster Bevins. Stern-looking fellow. Bat. Mrs. Edgar Whitmire. I bet she's never set foot in this place either. Ham. Archie. Why is that man pointing at a skull? Does he think it makes him look mysterious? The insignia on his shoulder shows 4 stars. This man's got a vacant expression. I've never understood men who grow beards without mustaches. Jovial-looking fellow. Either that or he's got a secret. Kit. Chan. Warm air is coming from the grate. They must have that indoor steam heating I've read about.
Yeah, it's a
Lige.
ham.
Willie. Barnabas Jordan, 1801 to 1845. Ned. Finney. Warm air is coming. Sigh. We've only been in El Presidio one day and
I don't understand what the puzzle is supposed to be then. Military title. Lou. What's an MP?
February Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dust. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables as
A letter from Cormac addressed to Vespuccia Petrol in El Presidio.
Oh, right, I forgot to deliver that. Len. Or Lou. What's an MP? MP. Job. It's a government job. Okay. Does that count as military? What does it stand for? What the fuck is an MP? Lou Harvey.
That. Ham. Archie. Kit. Chan. Locked, of course. Locked, of course. Lige. Willie. Ned. Finney. Sigh.
So is it the Lige? Because it starts with an L?
Lige. Nothing to.
Okay, let me save.
That wasn't the. There's lots. I've already. There must be a way. What a sourpuss. Orem Star member.
Military, yeah.
Ham. Bat. He's wearing a medal shaped like a leaf. Why is that man pointing at a skull? Fancy ring. Probably worth a few hundred crowns.
Is it something related to the stars?
Kit. Archie. Ham. Bat. Chan. Lige. Willie. Ned. Finn. Sai.
There is a Sai downstairs. Ham. Bat. Captain. Isn't a captain also military? Inventor. Lige. An attorney. So it wasn't Lige. It wasn't Chan. Okay, let me...
Bat. Ham. Archie. Kit.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. I don't have memory for this.
Chan. Lige. Willie.
Willie.
Ned.
Ned.
Finny.
Finny.
Sai.
And Sai. I don't really like this puzzle. Okay, so Archie is a general. So it can be Archie. Bat is a sailor. So I guess it can't be Bat. Chan is a captain. It wasn't Chan. Kit is an inventor. So it can't be Kit. Cuddy. Ned. A financier, so it can't be Ned. Lige is an attorney, and I have already been to his room. Ham. Ham is also a captain. So it can also be Ham. Finny, Finny, Finny. Fletch, Fred. Finny. It's an attorney, so it's not also Finny. Sai is an attorney, so it's not Sai. So, wait, Willie. Willie is a general, so it can also be Willie. So it can be Ham, Archie, or Willie. It would make sense because it's an L. So let's try Willie. I think it was one of the last ones.
Willie. There's lots of doors. I've already... This must be Laporte's room. And there's the safe.
And there's the save. Save the game. That's more like it.
Still life of some fruit and flowers. Hotel art. It's got several drawers and the... Nothing. This... It's still early in the evening. I hope we can locate Clark before morning. I found a crumpled note. General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
I've already written that down too.
Wild frontier. Not too different from... Nothing hidden. A few... A fine... Can't believe I've been wearing the same...
I should have packed.
That's...
Okay. 12? Is this right? 12? 9? 5? Oh, I gotta, like, press this. Wait, turn.
If only it were that.
I know the combination.
The combination.
Is this not right? I don't understand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If only it were that.
I have the combination. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do?
The combination.
Am I? Do I have a brain or nah? Did I leave it at the store? Guess I can't have a safe, huh? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do?
If only it were that. General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
I'm waiting for a click or something. I think I'm gonna legitimately look up a video because I have no idea. I don't understand how safes work, so I'm gonna look up a video. Just 1 second. It's what I was doing. It's what I was doing!
Fantastic. All right, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card and another journal. Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up.
Amazing.
And who might you be?
Oh, don't mind.
I'm afraid this is a member's only. Therefore, I can only your intent.
You're wrong.
Am I to believe so?
Let's just say it's good to...
Very well. You let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't understood.
Yes, sir.
Oof, that was the man that we just robbed from.
Were you successful?
I think so, but let's get out of here. Now, let's see what's...
Okay, so he wants to use Ethericity for military purposes. Because he saw that he could blow up people. Oh, we're going to the island. Here we go.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannett Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. They must have been coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Orem boss.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Miss Legere.
Clark's been moved to Gannett Island.
Gannett Island? But there's nothing there.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
Then does that mean you're not aware what sort of trouble you're stirring up? This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
But oil is finite.
I run an energy company, Miss Legere. Energy takes many forms.
Why does Arlie need for her to tell her this? It's pretty obvious. She either wanted to have him or she wanted his knowledge.
With Dr. Clark
Probably
in my
both.
employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Leger. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck. Yeah, before you...
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
No, I want to talk to her. I have a letter. No, go back. I need to talk to her. I have a letter.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Nothing.
What a jolly bunch we are. Can I go back there? Well, it's my letter now, I guess.
Nothing fancy. Good evening. How much?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money.
Why not?
It's cursed.
Come on, really?
I've seen it with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets to. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, don't get any idea going out there out of...
Look.
Good luck to you, then.
You said no amount of... What if you just drop...
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that...
All right. If you have such disregard, that I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
Damn.
But that's made you change your mind.
Not quite. We'll come back. Thanks for the chat.
See you around.
How do I get the money?
What do you need?
Do you know...
Only way to... Lucky for you. How willing...
I have some...
Oh.
What will you get?
Depends.
It was buried...
20 crowns.
I'll take... I have something...
Oh.
Will you take the...
Sure. Best I can do.
That'll do. I have some...
Oh.
How much is it?
Where did you...
Buried in the desert?
Not bad.
Sounds good. Appreciate...
Sure.
The tea caddy is mine. It was a gift. Wait, maybe I can go to her and ask her for money for the boat? I just really want to give her the letter, because now I'm gonna be upset about it. Nope, I can't go to her. Okay. I tried. Not my fault I have a bad memory.
Good evening. You drive a hot...
All right. The minute I drop you off...
How are we supposed...
I'll come back for you. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our
Until dawn.
Owing to the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here. I do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort, or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam.
Oh, it's nice that we're finally seeing some of our
But
writing.
there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
Look, there's smoke coming from the chimney of that cabin.
Oh, the Pope has been elected.
I guess
or
this
not.
island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert.
I'm gonna save again. Wait. When is this auto save at 49? So this is one for just before. Okay. Oh, but there's
Hello?
no one
Anyone
here.
No one here. Whoever's staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted. Bai Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. A box of chamomile tea. It's got a dragon on it, but feels nearly empty. Oolong. I think I've had this stuff before. Running pretty low. Hey, there's a small silver key. This one's... If this is lit, it...
But...
It's getting late. Feel like I could lie down and sleep for... How? A plain-looking... Locked.
Good thing I have the key.
Here we are. It's empty, except for a...
Yeah, just take a bullets. We just throw them at the enemies and hope for the best.
All things considered. A spare lamp. A spare lamp. It's keeping this place nice. Hey, Nate. This island gives...
It's not the most welcoming of places, but I don't think we have much to fear.
Hey, Danny.
Yes, huh?
Pretty spooky place, this island.
I'll say.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't know, but we should be careful. Make sure you don't whistle or anything, okay?
What? Why not?
Just trust me.
Don't whistle, guys.
Someone must keep this lighthouse running. Bet this fort was impressive in its
It's
day.
William
It's a
Dafoe
crumbling
in
ruin now.
Robert Pattinson.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet. Odd device.
Let me guess, you want me to get the chamomile tea?
I'll just...
Chamomile tea makes you sleepy if you drink enough because it eases your nerves.
Not putting that in.
Why not?
The guard keeps drinking from this cup.
Yeah? Where
I don't
do you
want to risk... The guard... A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side. Just some
February 12th, upon hearing when they hounded you out after one with warm P.S.
The guard keeps Look. Odd device. Not now.
What am I supposed?
Mass. It's a small slot. Can't do that with a. Looks like we found the island.
Do I have to brew the tea or something? There's a little kettle over here.
Nearly empty. Feels. It's got. Run. Ooh.
What do I do?
Best not to burn that. A spare. Want some bullets?
Sure.
The game is...
Hey, Nadine. How are we?
Perhaps I could mix up a sedative.
Yeah.
But I'll
like
some chamomile and a container.
I'll see what I. It's empty.
Yeah, take
it's
it.
Empty. A spare. Here's some.
One.
Do I have to go steal this cup?
The guard keeps
No. Why can't I just take the can?
It's empty. This one's. Ooh. Run. Feels new. A box of. It's got.
Okay, the game is beginning to be... They're like, we're near the end of the game, so we're gonna make...
Remind a container.
We're gonna make everything difficult for no reason.
Hey.
Yes.
Any.
Actually, yes. Does that sound...
I don't...
Okay.
Will this do as a container?
I'm not sure what I...
I can't interact with anything else. What do you want from me?
If this is...
But...
Maybe I missed something at the fort. I don't know. I can go back
Stay
there.
here. This place is... There's a lot of What's this? A nice mountainside landscape. There's a metal drain. Nothing. I think a bed of hot coal. Just a dirty... And I see...
Okay.
Not now.
Oh my god! For real?
Can you use this?
Yes, that will be good. I have everything I need. Here you are.
Thanks.
How long for it? Shouldn't be more than a few minutes.
Well then. Now to get those... He's out for... He's got the same key card. It fits. Quite an elaborate... Quite an...
Pull the lever! Wrong.
Wow. That's something.
This is getting stranger by the minute.
You're telling me. Don't know where this thing came from, but it seems important. Better take this card back. All right, folk, wherever this takes us,
But will we be able to come back up once we find him?
I sure hope so.
Maybe one of us should stay up here, just in case.
There's no telling what we'll find down there.
Okay.
This is the end.
What in the ether is this place?
It seems that was a one-way ride.
Damn! I knew one of us should have stayed up there.
So now we're looking for two things. Clark and the exit.
What? We weren't expecting, who are you?
Snap his neck.
I'm afraid that information is confidential.
Oh, sure. If there's anyone who... I never realized working with Dr. Clark would involve so much secrecy.
I see. Could you take us to him?
Hang on. You still haven't...
We've come on
Oh, well, right.
Goodness, this place is really something.
I'm glad you think so.
What's that big glowing thing down there?
That's our etheric generator. Powers most everything down here. You get used to the noise. Follow me, please. I'll just be a moment.
Do you think he believes us?
I think we're okay so far. Just follow my lead.
I suppose the deception was necessary. I hope we don't come to regret it.
I suppose General Laporte's curiosity was too much for him to bear. I told him he could come for a demonstration next week. Instead, he sends 3 proxies. I will never understand that man's rationale. But you're here now, so you may as well see what we've got. I'm Dr. Bennett Clark, by the way. And you are?
I'm Miss Legere. This is Miss Redbird and Mr. Luo. We are General Laporte's press corps, here to learn about your research.
The General wants to inform the... After everything we've gone, I swear the man changes his mind more often than most change their bridges. All right, let's go have a look at Project Rosewater. I'm afraid the testing chamber only accommodates 4. One of you will have to stay out here with Joshua. But you may observe the test through the window.
Danny was like, I'm staying out now.
As I said,
hey, Branson.
We weren't expecting anyone until next week. The prototype still needs refinement. Nevertheless, we have made a breakthrough.
Prototype of what, exactly?
You mean the There, on the tripod, the etheric pistol. The whole purpose and object of Project Rosewater.
Yeah, I
Juliet,
told you.
Is the prototype ready for demonstration?
I believe so, Doctor, but who are we demonstrating it for?
Miss Legere and her companions, the team sent by General Laporte. Now, please, do us the honors.
Yes, Doctor.
You don't find it weird that a couple of people will just show up here in the middle of the night, huh?
Oh my.
Whoa.
We have managed to confine the chaotic etheric discharge to a very narrow, focused beam over a distance of up to 6 meters, without significant dissipation or redirection of energy. Reaching nearly 68.2% efficiency, this results in complete vaporization of most organic targets, with only minimal atmospheric disturbances in the immediate vicinity. You might be feeling warmth or a slight tingling sensation on your... Oh, and if you are experiencing any...
I taste purple. Does anyone else taste purple?
Kinda.
There are sometimes minor... Of course, there is plenty of room for improvement in range, but as proof of concept, the rest is...
Well...
Now I'm afraid you must excuse me. If only I'd been forewarned of your... In any event, just be my...
Who knows what they... Not well, Clark. It appears to be a charging device. There's a small round socket at the top. Flashing lights and other displays. Looks like the lab assistant's desk. She's written the lab assistant's... I don't think I'm a
That was really something.
So Laporte's got Clark developing etheric weapons for the military. This throws a wrench in Shaw's plans.
How horrible. Instead of something good to benefit humanity, ethericity is being harnessed to produce suffering and death. Perhaps Dr. Clark will be open to the idea of leaving this project for something less distasteful.
Perhaps, but I can't just ask him with his assistant right there. Maybe I can get her to leave the testing chamber so I can have a moment alone with Clark. Some kind of little oven for heating food, I think. This thing is in dire need of repairs. Hey.
Yes, hon.
How do you...
Don't know, but whoever did it must be real serious.
Hey, Nate. I never...
It certainly explains all the story. Perhaps the island's reputation was the reason they chose it to house this facility.
Okay, so lots to go through here. What did I get?
A couple of wires from that food. Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab. controls, gauges. These tomatoes are thriving.
I got tomatoes.
This is the biggest. An etheric generator. This must be the. Seems to be. There's a. The box is full of odds and ends. Some sewing and personal grooming supplies. A set of encyclopedias. The only indication of time down here. You could almost think you were in some nice hotel and forget you were in a secret, illegal... Just some clothes. Just some... The lab assistants share a room? Just
Thank
some
you,
clothes
Robertson. Enjoy the kitties, Ransom.
Hey,
Sure.
have you been down here long?
Ooh, about 6. Without any sunlight, you really lose all sense of time.
No sunlight? You mean you never go outside?
No, of course not. Are you... The terms were made very clear when we signed on to... I do really miss the sun, though. Sometimes I feel...
How did you become interested in etheric research?
I was already a researcher when I met Dr. Clark, but my field was chemistry. I had dabbled some with etheric experiments after hearing about Clark's research. When I saw him at the Lamplight City Expo, I knew I wanted to work with him, despite what happened. After the dust settled, I approached him about taking me on as an assistant. I got the feeling he was just surprised to still have any support.
Don't you ever get bored here?
Sure, all the time. We've got books, but I've read them all. This is my 3rd time through this one. At least this phase of the project's near completion. Maybe we'll get some time up top before the next one.
Never would have dreamed there was a whole secret facility hidden under this rock in the middle of the bay. Who built it anyway?
The military, I guess. Had to be someone with very deep pockets. Everything was already in place before they moved us in.
What are your thoughts on Project Rosewater?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much. We're doing important scientific research. I can't deny that. Just because our focus is on weapons doesn't mean our results can't be used for other applications.
How do you like working with Dr. Clark?
It has its moments, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't stressful. He gets wound up sometimes, which I understand. But other times he picks strange things to get cross about.
Like what?
Well, his biggest bugbear is food in the testing chamber. I made the mistake of taking my lunch in there once, and he just about had a conniption.
A conniption?
Cleanliness is one thing, but this is a whole other level.
So Clark
Dislikes?
know anything about General Laporte?
I saw him once, right at the start of the project. Didn't talk to him. He seemed kind of intense. He's the one running this show, as far as I can tell. Beyond that, the man's a total mystery.
Okay.
Bye.
Nothing to... All right then.
Yep.
Yes,
Just how long have you...
8 months. We've made I admit, I had some misgivings when but it turns out the isolation has done wonders for our productivity.
So who built this whole underground complex?
I'm not entirely sure. Apart from the additional equipment I specified, everything was already prepared. General Laporte isn't exactly...
Do you know...
Not a great deal, no. We speak occasionally. Just as well, I suppose. His interest...
So your relation...
It's an acquaintanceship at best.
Just how did you come to discover the existence of ethericity?
Ah, no, that's a story. When I was a boy, I read about the ancient Greeks and their studies of the heavens. Certain texts made obscure references to observations of energy subsisting in the atmosphere, something entirely different from electricity. The idea seized my imagination and sparked my passion for the pursuit of ethericity. I developed an instrument that I called the aetherometer in order to probe the atmospheric potential. Imagine my delight when I discovered that aethericity was in fact real. Unfortunately, the aetherometer has been appropriated by so-called spiritualists who believe they can use it to talk with the dead.
I'd like to know your perspective on the Lamplight City Expo incident.
That was a dark day. Everything I worked for came crashing down in a matter of seconds. Being maligned,
Yet here you are doing
ostracized
weapons.
was bad enough, but I can still hear the screams of those 15 poor souls.
Yet here you are doing weapons.
If anything good can be said to have come from that horrible event, it taught me that nothing in this life is guaranteed.
What inspired you to become a scientist?
Trite as it may sound, I wanted to make the world better.
Yet you are here making weapons.
I had a fortunate birth. My parents were able to pay for my studies in Paris, which is where I earned my doctorate in physics. But even as a boy, I still saw plenty of terrible things going on around me. Others seemed not to see, but I did. Upon my return to Vespuccia, I began teaching and conducting independent research. My only explicit goal was to make some sort of discovery or development that would serve the advancement of mankind. I would like to believe I've achieved that.
Why did you agree to work on this project?
Why? I just experienced the worst disaster of my life. My work was first ridiculed and then outlawed, and I was exiled to a barren wasteland.
So weapons are the thing that will solve that.
The only prospect I could see was to leave the country and start everything over. But then I received General Laporte's offer. I could continue my work in safety and solitude. No investors, no reporters, no loon. I'm certain anyone in my position would have jumped at the opportunity.
Who came up with...
My understanding is that this work is for the benefit of the Vespuccian army. General Laporte is in charge of the project. Everything goes through him. Other than the facility guards, I've had contact with no one else.
How much longer until Project Rosewater is finished?
We're nearing the end of this phase. If all goes well, we should have a stable, fully functioning prototype by the end of the year.
What exactly is the goal of this project?
Well, once the etheric pistol is complete, we'll begin experimenting with larger caliber weapons.
Etheric rifles?
Yes, and whatever else the General sees fit to pursue.
And you're fine with that.
Where does it stop?
You'd have to ask him that question.
How did this project get the name Rosewater?
My idea. Sentimental, really. I suppose I had gotten attached to my dry and dusty little desert lab. After all, Rosewater was my refuge when I lost everything else. I just made an offhand comment to that effect one day while discussing arrangements with the General. And he said, well, in that case, why don't you bring Rosewater with you? When I found out he made that the official title of the project, it made me smile, I'll admit.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
So this man has no morals. Okay, he's like, I'm gonna be a scientist, and that's it. That's the extent. I'm gonna do science.
Sorry, if you've got any questions.
Okay, I gotta sneak a tomato in your pocket. If you don't mind.
Clark will see me. I haven't... Nothing to... All right then.
Yep.
Bars of... A couple of wires. The lab assistant's desk. Put Seeing that on the desk wouldn't... Clark will see me. It appears to be a charging device. I can't charge that. Not while Clark...
How do I get him to leave then? Oh.
Hey, Nadine.
I can't talk with it. It's just a very... here in the corner.
Thank you. I can... Oh.
There.
What? Miss Montgomery, what is the meaning of this? How many times have I said, no food in the testing chamber?
But
I don't want excuses. Clear it out. Put away the power cell. We're done with testing today.
Yes, Dr. Clark.
I apologize for that, Miss Leger, but I'm very particular about rules.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Doctor.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna...
I'll let you...
I'm gonna save here. Save. Okay.
Yes.
Doctor, we're not really...
What?
Some folks who are hired by...
The head of Vespu...
The very...
What does she...
She wants you to help her company pivot from oil to ethericity.
How does she intend to circumvent the ban?
She seems to think it'll be lifted soon. Or that she can influence things in that direction.
So she would have me work for VP to generate it...
As an alternative power source, yes. It might even replace coal and oil someday.
Well, that's certainly more appealing than weaponry. But extreme arrangements have been made to develop this project. It's not the sort of thing...
Laporte doesn't have to know anything about this.
Miss Leger.
So you're...
I'm
not so sure Laporte is acting in his capacity as a military general with the full back. We've seen plenty of things that don't add up. The clandestine nighttime shipments, the hired private agents, the hidden underground base, the fact that all this research is still... I think this is all a side gig. Some kind of secret conspiracy running on misappropriated funds. Don't you see? That means he doesn't have power over you. You could expose everything that's going on here.
I think that means he could send someone that's not...
If nothing else.
Perhaps.
If it's Laporte, you're a...
Can she? The general is a powerful man.
I'll let you get back.
Think.
I haven't... A letter from Cormac. Nothing to say. The lab assistant... I don't think I'm a lab...
Maybe now I can talk to her?
Can we talk? Just how long have you been working down here?
Good question. It's difficult. We're in
November.
Oh, then it's been longer than I thought. We came down here in March.
What sparked your interest in etheric research?
I followed Dr. Clark's career from the early days. He was one of the first to begin it. Not only that, he was after I graduated from university, I sent him my thesis on the effect. I guess that made me one of the few practical researchers out there too. He wrote back,
How do you keep...
The work is pretty all-consuming.
Dr. Clark is kind enough to lend us his books to
Do you know who?
I suppose this is an old army base, but we're lucky to be
I was
We've been working on it non-stop, but there are a lot of kinks. For instance, we still can't get more than... I suppose in an actual battlefield situation, you'd need to carry around a lot of cells and reload for every shot. But the power cells are still very difficult to construct. We have to recharge them.
How long does...
Around 6 hours.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joshua hooked one up to the etheric generator and discovered that it charged instantly. But Dr. Clark...
Why not?
He said it made the power cell unstable. But we didn't have to wait all day for the next trial, and Joshua was even able to get 2 shots out of that one. The overcharge effect is certainly something we should investigate later.
What was that about a
Joshua, but
Between you and me, doesn't it concern you that ether is...
Not at all. It's a powerful energy source.
Sure, but isn't it better to use it for less destructive purposes?
We live in a dangerous world, and the other nations probably have their own etheric weaponry development programs underway. If we didn't pursue this a new weapon is most useful as a deterrent. Having it in your back pocket means I know Dr. Clark's had some moral reservation.
So, what?
He's a brilliant... I learned something new.
He seems...
Well, yes, but that's just the genius mind.
Can you tell me?
Not really. I know he's the one overseeing this project, but I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
She's even worse than Dr. Clark.
I appreciate...
It's nice.
Lovely.
Nothing to... Not well. Nothing to say. Doctor.
Yes.
You'd prefer your research be used to find new ways to kill people?
No.
Look, I understand. You suffered a terrible setback after the expo. I'm sure it must have been hard. You probably felt like nobody would ever take you seriously again.
You have no idea.
I do know that if I were in your shoes, I'd have probably grabbed onto any lifeline. But I can tell your heart's not really in it, especially knowing what it is you're building.
Yes, well...
So you're gonna squander this opportunity to do some real good in the world because you're afraid of a stuffy old general?
You're right, Miss Leger. This isn't about me. This is about humanity. I'll come. But we need to do this discreetly. I'm going to my quarters to settle...
You certainly have a way with words, Harley.
That's why I try and get paid for them. Locked.
Okay, so we unlock it.
Got it. I'm sure they won't miss just one power. There. This thing is taking forever. So, let's hope nobody It's displaying all... An etheric gem. There's nowhere to plug the power... Some kind... This thing? This seems like a good place. Here we go. Wow.
Okay, let me save again.
Nothing to... All right.
Yep.
There's a card slot next. It's unlocked.
Ah.
Explaining why you're...
I feel...
is one? A toolbox. Might I borrow your...
By all
At least there's plenty of books down here. Who are those bus...
Galileo, Copernicus, Da Vinci.
Hoping to add your likeness
So these
to the
people
collection
exist
someday?
in this world.
Well, if...
Okay.
A pharaohtype of a desert... It's a pharaohtype of Clark's old...
A screwdriver. Where would I want the screwdriver?
Yes.
So how do we...
First things first, but we also need to find a way, otherwise the alarm will be...
So how...
It requires a 4-digit code. To my knowledge, the only people who know...
Too bad I didn't think to ask what...
Without that...
I'll figure... So how... Too bad.
Without...
I'll figure... Could you explain...
Of course, next to the elevator, there's a It's mainly... If the guard doesn't respond after a time, the wires relay the signal...
So we need to disable it to keep...
Precise.
Something up... When the idea was floated, let's say, that you had a stash somewhere of cash left over from investments in your research that had to be concealed. Is there...
You're asking me to...
Well, I don't expect you to... I'm just burning to know if there was really anything to the rumor at all.
What do you...
It's gotta be a... Still, I've gotta go there. That's the only way to... Did you know that a group of ethericity... Yup. We met them when we... They picked everything clean.
I had no idea. Curious gawkers would show up, or the angry... It's been quite a relief, not having...
That commune by your lab, they're from a... They believe a whole bunch of gobbledygook about glowing people and people who die from ethericity being really lucky because they go to etheric heaven, or... They also think you're some sort of saint or prophet, and there's a mural with a painting of you looking like you're going through this kind of portal and...
Wow.
I'll let you get...
Think.
Okay. He didn't care about that at all. Good. Good to know, I guess.
Can we talk?
I suppose.
Exactly.
We don't.
So you're trapped?
That's what the communication... We contact the guard. It's nice to...
He's a...
Okay. I have a screwdriver.
Never seen a...
It feels...
This contraption has a... There's a metal panel...
Oh, here we go. That's what the screwdriver is for.
There we go. Interesting. I'd rather not... Well, how about...
Eh?
It's the communications relay. Locked in. This is going to be loud. I should make sure the elevator's ready to take us back.
Okay.
Well, how about that?
Five, 2. Five, 2, 4.
Guess that wasn't the right code. Guess that wasn't the right code.
Oh, that can be so many things. Maybe it's the empty spaces then? So 1, 4, 7?
Guess that wasn't the right code. Damn. There must be a way. The configuration of the piston seems to be the key. Haven't I seen something like this recently? There! That was it.
That was a lucky guess.
I figured out the code.
Wonderful.
Not just yet.
The what?
That contraption on the wall there. Stand back.
Whoa!
I thought the plan.
Desperate times. Now come on, let's.
You're taking the Wait, where did we only charge?
I hooked this one up to the.
You what? That kind of unfiltered surge, unless it's discharged within the next.
Oh, let's get back topside before you're.
If that power cell starts glowing white.
After you.
Hold it right there.
Have a nice nap?
Shut up. Hand over your weapons and come with us. There's someone wants to see you.
Taking some air, Dr. Clark? Kindly stand over there if you would. You three, up against...
She had this funny pistol on her.
Ah, there it is. Now, have you got anything to say for yourself?
How did you know we were here?
I had you followed after our encounter at the Jolly Good Club. You thieves are all the same.
We are not thieves.
No? You raided my supply wagon, broke into my private room, took my key card from my safe, and stole my etheric pistol. If you're not thieves, you should consider taking it up. You're naturals.
We had no idea the wagon was yours. We were only trying to help the Otham right a wrong done to them.
Friends to the savages, how noble. It's clear to me you've no idea what you've stepped into. So, who put you up to this?
This was all D.W. Shaw's scheme.
Curious. What would an old... I'll have to pay her. We've chatted long...
General, what are you doing?
Conducting my own test, Doctor. It's time to see if your prototype really works.
Not so fast, Laporte. I would strongly advise you not to fire that pistol.
And just who in blazes are you?
Timothy King, representing D.W. Shaw and Vespuccia Petrol.
Speak of the devil.
I'll have to insist
You stop interfering with our agents and let them go.
You can't be serious.
I am.
Boys, take care of this louse.
Stand down, pendejo.
Well, we've got all kinds coming out of the woodwork tonight. And who
Oh,
might
everyone
you
is
be?
coming to save us.
General Marisol de la Vega. You must be General Laporte.
Seems you new Spanish revolutionaries are much cleverer than I was led to believe.
General Marquez assigned me to trace the suspicious shipments of Aurum passing through Fort Beaumont. The trail led here. Where is General Marquez?
He didn't make it. He gave his life defending us from Laporte's hired thugs.
What? No, it cannot be. I tried to save him, but he was too badly wounded. I'm so sorry.
Laporte sent the Blackburns to ambush us. He's responsible for Phil's death.
I gotta put a bullet in your head, Laporte.
Do so, and you'll receive one in kind. That goes for Mr. King as well.
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
I'm afraid the word impasse is not in my vocabulary.
Danny, where is your gun?
You're playing with fire, General. Literally.
How do you mean?
The power cell in that pistol is unstable. It's about to blow unless it's discharged.
I see. Thank you for the warning. Suppose I should discharge it then.
Oh!
What a jerk. People like that don't deserve warnings. Let's take that. Aren't I entitled?
Yes, I suppose so. Go on then.
Relay a message to my editor at the Rosewater Post. My article will be late.
That's not the only thing that'll be late around here.
I guess let's take... You shoot and you'll just...
I have faith in...
Aren't I entitled?
Yeah, go on.
I must say, of all the people I've met, you're the most unstable.
The mixing here, though, it's not.
Agree, Dr. Clark?
Oh, yes.
What?
General Laporte, there is something you need to know.
Now, Clark? Really?
I'm afraid it's quite important.
What then?
Well, you see, in my research, we uncovered some fascinating facts about the nature of ethericity. As it turns out, etheric particles, when agitated, enter a state of flux. They begin to dance, in a manner of speaking.
Yes, and...
Well, normally this isn't a problem. But if one were to, say, contain an excessive etheric charge in a small container, the particles would dance with an ever-growing intensity. They would continue this frantic movement until...
He's just stalling. Okay.
Harmonic resonances
Doctor kinda
caused by the
redeemed.
vibration of the particles
Doctor kinda redeemed.
rapidly intensify.
A little bit.
At which point, with no outlet, they would quite literally explode.
Are you saying you've discovered how to make an etheric bomb?
I mean, yeah, that's what happened the first time, dumbass.
Yes. That would be more or less the long and short of it.
That is excellent news, although this is a strange time to deliver it. We'll have to work it into the next phase of the project.
Well, as it turns out, I'm a bit ahead of schedule.
Oh?
Yes. An etheric bomb has already been developed.
It's in your pocket.
Clark, you mad genius. I knew it was a wise decision to hire you. I can't wait to see...
Oh, his boots stayed. Those are some good boots.
Whoa!
Hands up, cobarde!
Nice going, Doctor.
That was... Oh my. I wasn't sure how much longer I could keep stalling.
That was very good.
Let's get off this rock, shall we?
Thanks for your help back there, Lieutenant General.
You are welcome.
For what it's worth, I'm sure General Marquez would be proud to know you're leading the revolution now.
News of his death will be a great blow to morale, but we will carry on the fight in his name. He was an inspiration to us all. At the very least, the revolution can make use of the Aurum stored on the island, now that the man who conspired to steal it is dead.
Technically, that Aurum was government money and belongs, but as a citizen of this country, I say, have it, with my blessing.
Gracias. We have a difficult path ahead of us, but I have hope.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Miss Leger.
Viva la revolution.
We're back, ma'am.
Can I deliver you the letter
I assume
before...
everything has been taken care of?
All loose ends have been tied.
Splendid. Send them in.
Jake really just... Goodbye.
You've no idea how pleased I am at your success. It's good to finally make your acquaintance, Doctor. I am D.W. Shaw.
The pleasure is all mine, madame.
We have much to discuss. First, I must conclude my business with Miss Leger and her companions.
Of course.
I have a letter.
You've been through a great deal. I cannot thank you enough.
We were almost killed, you know.
I imagined it would be a dangerous undertaking. Yet here you stand before me. I won't keep you any longer. Here is your payment. Mr. Ackerman was promised 25,000, but considering all your trouble, I've increased it to 27. I'm sure you'll find it easier to divide.
Thank you, Mrs. Shaw.
Pleasure doing business with you. Before you go, I made some inquiries and learned a few rather compelling things. I could share the information.
Go on, then.
It seems General Laporte was a staunch supporter of Mr. Atwood's trade party, quite vocal about his desire for the advancement of steam tech and etheric research. There were also rumors that he held some more controversial opinions regarding this country's sovereignty.
He was a separatist?
Apparently so.
You think Project Rosewater was meant to arm some kind of etheric revolution?
I am merely relaying the information I've learned. Anything beyond that is pure speculation. The only person with knowledge of Laporte's motives is the man himself.
And that information died with him. Well, with him gone and the prototype pistol destroyed, whatever plans he had can't come to fruition.
For now, yes. But I can tell you one thing about this world. It is rare that one accomplishes anything of note alone.
We should get back to our hotel. It's been a long night.
Indeed. Goodbye, Miss Leger. I hope you and your friends enjoy the rest of your time in El Presidio.
And thank you, Miss Leger. I appreciate your facilitating this new opportunity.
Best of luck to you, Dr. Clark. This was all very enlightening.
But I didn't deliver the letter. Okay.
So, what are you two planning on doing next?
I'm honestly not sure, but I think I will apply for a medical license after all. I may go back to the San Bernardo Valley, or I may stay here on the coast. It's something I'll have to discuss with Lola.
What about you, Danny?
I'm not really sure. Suppose it wouldn't be such a bad idea to visit my folks. It's been too long. After that, guess I've got to find a new line of work.
What about you, Harley?
Suppose I'll head back to Rosewater. I've got an article to write after all.
And I guess this is goodbye.
This is where we part ways, for now. But you know where to find me, and you can be damn sure I'll write back.
Lola!
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Lola, Nadine was just talking about you.
Thought I felt my ears ringing. Anyways, I'm heading back to Rosewater. Wanted to see if you needed a lift.
We're heading back already?
Sure, but just for a few days. We'll set out again after that. Anywhere you like.
You ever for a moment consider just slowing down a tad?
Never. Say your farewells and let's go.
See you around, Danny. It was a real pleasure traveling with you.
So long.
Goodbye, and good luck.
Take care, Danny.
I'm back.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Let's see. There was a dust devil by the saloon that nearly knocked Sheriff Gamble's hat off.
Front page news, then.
Seriously, though, I spoke with the leader of the Autumn. She gave me some good stuff. The article runs next week. What of your great adventure?
Concluded now. But I've got plenty of material for an article. Maybe even 5.
Then you'd best get to it. Better to jot everything down while it's still fresh.
Right you are, boss. They say the end of every journey marks the beginning of another. If there's any truth to that, this writer hopes the next one is decidedly duller. My companions and I set out from Rosewater and traveled across the Vespuccian frontier, encountering bandits, rebels, visionaries, eccentrics, and many more friends and foes. We were led to believe that our quest was for Dr. Bennett Clark's missing fortune, but as it turned out, we were on the trail of the very man himself. The following is an account of that journey, with no detail spared, no fact left unrelated.
I just wrote a book.
At the journey's end, you may ask yourself, dear reader, what of the main players in this saga? Danny went home to a happy reunion with his parents. He says he's hung up his pistols and retired from gunslinging, with the intent of pursuing a culinary career.
Ah.
I said I'd be a regular if he ever opened a restaurant. I shall have to honor that promise should it come to pass. Nadine Redbird has begun the process of obtaining her medical license. She tells me she plans to convert Lola Johnson's wagon into a kind of mobile clinic, traveling the frontier helping those in need.
Aww.
It will be a welcome change from the usual traveling merchants hawking miracle cures. I can think of no one more qualified to dispense medical care. As for Miss Johnson, this new business venture will hopefully be more to her liking. At the very least, she now sets her own course, rather than bending to the whims of her clients. Miss Johnson truly opened up and offered me her friendship, for which I am ever grateful. I am truly happy that she and Nadine have found each other.
And Lola. Not Lola,
I would be
Lisa.
remiss to neglect mentioning our dearly departed friend. Phil Marquez was a great man. He was always true to himself, cared for those around him, and was just plain fun to be around. I will forever cherish the time I had with him, and I will carry his memory in my heart for the rest of my days.
Oh, Phil.
Of course, I must acknowledge the catalyst for this grand adventure, Gentleman Jake Ackerman, albeit with some trepidation. For while it's true that he set this whole adventure in motion, it is my unpleasant duty to inform you, dear readers, that Mr. Ackerman is nothing more than a fraud. Far from the brave and noble hero he purports to be, Jake showed his true colors in a moment of danger. We found ourselves ambushed by Blackburn agents. Jake disgracefully turned and fled, leaving us to face the ruthless barbarians on our own.
I wonder if there's a way to make Jake stay. I doubt
I
it,
have
though.
not heard from him since, nor would I wish to. As far as I'm concerned, he could be dead in a
sorry.
ditch or drowned in cheap whiskey in some dark saloon corner. The sooner this fallen star fades from our collective memories, the better we can all sleep.
Oh, I'm really pissed. I
As
mean,
for
that's
Dr.
fair.
Clark,
Phil
He
died.
seems happy in his new employment at Vespuccia Petrol. I can only hope his contributions to Mrs. Shaw's enterprise offer greater balm to the restless, inventive mind than the manufacture of apocalyptic weaponry. That, dear readers, is the long and the short of it. This was an adventure unlike any other I've been on. I doubt any other will ever compare. Whew, my hand hurts. We'll see what Joni has to say about this in the morning. Well, what do you think?
She thinks it's fake.
You want my honest opinion?
That bad?
Ouch. That bad, is it?
No, not at all. It's great, actually. There's just no way on God's green earth we can print this.
Why not?
Government secrets? Oil tycoon secrets?
Secret underground laboratories. Government conspiracies, special projects to develop etheric weapons. No one will believe a word of it. Not to mention you name some very powerful and important people who'd have me locked up for libel with a snap of a finger.
It's all true, Joni. I'm not in the habit of writing fiction.
Perhaps you should be.
Come again?
This story's got everything. Adventure, mad scientists, conspiracies, betrayals. Folk would pay through the nose to read this. If it were a novel.
Novel?
Sure. All you have to do is change the names, do a little narrative restructuring. You can even say it's based on actual events. That way we're off the hook if anyone's feathers get ruffled. What do you think?
A whole book, huh?
Trust me, I have a nose for these things. This one smells like a hit. You're sitting on a pile of aurum.
All right. I'll do it.
Excellent. Now all we need's a title.
That's your job, isn't it?
Suppose it is. It needs to be something catchy. Something
Rosewater.
simple yet evocative. Something like...
Oh, sorry, I'm just snoozing the ads. That was so good! Oh, I love this game. It was so fun. That was so fun. I love this game. Thank you so much to Application Systems Heidelberg for providing me with the copy. I absolutely love this. It was amazing. I didn't expect to like it this much. I'm gonna be very, very honest. Oh, Phil! Oh.
Si los días no me pertenecen desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Y cuando volveré, a en mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz.
I really love this game. It's such a it does feel like one of those fun Western adventures. Like we had sad cowboy times before. Now we have fun, just an adventure. I would say nothing bad goes, but we lost Phil. I'm sorry, Phil. I love you, Phil. Thank you for taking a bullet for me. And Francisco did almost all of this alone. The whole game development, the idea. I really wasn't expecting liking it this much. I gotta say, there was that bit with the puzzles here at the end. Like for the tea, for the chamomile tea, and the puzzles in the city. But since you can just take different puzzles, that was actually a very good way to get around it. Actually, yeah, that was a very good way to get, because I could just skip the clock puzzle. If I couldn't do it, I could just find another way because of my head of the friends. That's actually a very cool idea. I really like this. And if you play it on your own, your story can be a lot different than mine was, because as you can see, the dialogue options, it really ramificates. I do have a problem with rotoscoping, but that's not against the game. Especially like when they keep the facial features, it gives me the uncanny valley problem. But that's not on the game. That's just I have a problem with that. Me personally. I'm so sad about Phil. It really was a very good character. I think my favorite character was Nadine. Yeah, I think my favorite character was Nadine. I just like a healer. What can I say? I just like a healer character. But that was so fun. If you get it and you play it, please let me know how your playthroughs went. Please tell me if you can do that. Please tell me if you can do the clock puzzle. Please tell me. Ooh, bonus content. Okay. New Game Plus. Oh, it gives you a tracker and everything. And you can change just the scenes in the part of the trip. Oh, that's so cool. That helps you navigate that. Okay, it's like a chronological tree in usually in visual novels. That's very nice. Oh, I really love this game. It was great. Can't wait to play it a bit more and see all the stuff that I missed and do the other puzzles. Oh, I still have so much to do. Like, I only have like... For reference, I have 21 out of 65 achievements. So... yeah, I guess I missed a lot, or there's that much to see. Yeah, there's that much to see because all the achievements are things that I didn't do in the story. There is that much to see in the story. That's amazing. I will for sure be playing through this a couple of times on my own. A bunch of details underneath. Sorry, where? I must have missed it. I was looking at the Steam page. This was really an adventure. I really, really loved this. What a cool story. Here is the link if anyone is interested to see all the paths that I didn't. Or maybe you take the same paths as I did. What do I know? I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. You can take your own paths and do the. Please, someone do the clock puzzle and tell me how it was because I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Please, someone tell me how the clock works. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me in this adventure. It was amazing. And once again, thank you to Application Systems Heidelberg for sending me a copy. I absolutely love this game, and I can't wait to see more of it. And I can also, because I had never played Lamplight, because it's the first game in this universe. Lamp City, not Lamplight. Lamp City. Is it Lamplight? Lamp City? Wait, let me double check. I have it on my wish list. I'll buy it when I can. Oh, I really wish that. Yeah, Lamplight City. Okay. It was both. It was both. That one is a full detective story. So this one is more of a Western. The first one seems like it's more of a detective story, a traditional detective story. So I also love that. So I'll get it when I can. That was so fun. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, and joining me on this adventure. I hope you had a lot of fun, because I did.